Alright. I gotta enforce. This is a line of walking, sort of. I really need. I gotta keep enforcing that on myself. Maybe a little bit too late on this. I will argue, I guess. We'll say never mind for this. Because yeah, it's on me. I didn't plan ahead. Plates. That should carry us for a little bit. Technically, that plate thing that we just took from wouldn't be so bad either, but it's barely getting any in comparison to everything else. Thinking, all right. More zoops. I need more zoops. Uh-oh. That's a problem. I can build through it. It just, it's a visual problem. I don't want to do that. Oh, right. The constructors I'm going to need to make the plates also need reinforced plates. It all loops back into each other. All right. We're going to do the greedy thing. For now. I'm just going to do this real quick. Because one thing I can do in the meanwhile, hold up, we're going to research bolted plates. Oh, whoops. What do we got? Iron wire, copper rotor. Ooh, okay. Both of those are good, too. Shit. It's iron wire not as necessary when we're sitting on a pure copper vein already. I think copper rotor's probably the better choice of the two. What do rotors require? Rod and screws, and then they make 4 per minute. Whereas copper is sheets and screws. 195 screws per minute to make 11 rotors per minute. Versus regular rotors, which is 100 per minute. To make 4. Tough choice. For now, we'll do bolted iron plate. That one for sure is good. Bolted frame is also fantastic, but I can only choose one reward at a time. I gotta go out and find hard drives. One problem with our target. Oh fuck! I forgot about the map. Forgot we got that now. Instinct made me open that. One problem with our starting area, in comparison to like being like in the starter zone, is hard drives will be a little bit harder to come by sometimes. I know those first 2 that we got aren't going to be too bad, but I'm sure that anything else, some will be like, oh, we need like this super late phase item, and I will just have to try to find those off of other hard drive crash sites. So we'll see what ends up happening on that, but alright. So now I can at least do this. I can physically transfer 500 screws into here, as well as all these iron plates. And that can accumulate much faster than me just trying to make everything by hand over and over and over again. I have to take advantage of the fact that we can transfer things instantly in comparison to these conveyor belts. So we'll stack that in there, more screws, and we'll just have to check this occasionally because I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Speaking of which, speaking of the desperation, let's get the first. Actually, let me get these screws out of here. The ones that already exist. There. I will at least freshen up the line and get this to be the 80 across that it is for now. See, this is where it becomes a problem that I didn't put a merger here in my rush. Because now I can afford to put another thing here. Alright. We will do so. I will just go ahead and do this. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, I need more plates. Okay, that should be enough to make up for my small folly. I thinks. Okay. This needs to be Mark II. This can be Mark I. This needs Mark I. And I will transfer it like this into here. And you can have some of my spare rod. There we go. This should be fine for a while. I mean, this is 30 rods used to make 120 screws. Good lordy. We're not going to have to worry about rods at the very least. This really should probably have turned into me using, like, flip these constructors around and use plates instead. It's tempting, but we'll leave it as it is. Okay. How is this doing so far? You used up all the plates already. Ooh. Ooh. It all comes down to plates. Let's start this backwards. I'm lost in the sauce. I don't need to be. Alright. So we're going to do kind of the same thing that we were trying to do over here. Just get a bunch of smelters going, send them up. Let me just double make sure that that's exactly my goal. Because technically we're building up a bunch of iron here. I could just make a bunch of constructors first, work our way backwards. And then we can just burn the iron plates at once while figuring out the rest of the steps upwards. Hold on. I'm very desperate for this. Plates, 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 plates. Okay. So let's say that for the sake of things, I will... Ooh, that would be an idea, but maybe a little too inconvenient. I was thinking I could split off from these, but I think it's too early on. These aren't exactly filling up. I will do... we'll still have it turned like this, but the splitters are going to have to be a little bit in a different spot. Up. I would like these to be ribbon shoulders, if possible, like that. Okay. So 4, no! The assembler is blocking it. That's fine, whatever, get out of here. We're not doing anything anyways. These are more permanent residents. For now, iron plate. Whew, okay. Let's get some power to them. Oh geez. That's an awkward little issue, but we'll figure it out. I think what I'll do I will make this line connect over to here and work our way backwards. Yeehaw! Okay. It ain't perfect, but it's a good start, I think. Changes are on the way. Changes are in the wind. And just for the sake of things, just gotta make sure that these are topped up too. Alright, good enough. Damn, this one's... that one's building up. A little excessive. You'll have to excuse me. Alright, same thing as before. Start off with a storage container, let that build up a little bit. Oops. Not how I'm supposed to give power to this. Okay. I'm tempted to do my normal line and then just combine it later. Okay. We need smelters, sort of. Now the value of making this stuff super compact, you don't have to spend as much resources. Get this flowing. I'll keep that on standby. Me? Oh, right. I have to choose the ingot first. A small quality of life would be if there's nothing selected, the first thing that goes in would start the proper reaction, but that's okay. Alright, this will have to be good enough for now until I start to dismantle that area. And also just have more reinforced plates. Eventually, I'll have infinite plates. Or at least basically enough plates that I never run out. Alright. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot that, how these work. Let's get some more of what we've currently got burning. need more plates. Yeah, I thought it was going to be 1-to-1. This is because I haven't been paying that hardcore attention to the plates themselves. They took us a bit before we started working on them. Okay, let's fix this real quick. Assembler, can I? Okay, I can put it back in here. We're gonna do the same thing. Keep that producing for a while. Alright, how am I going to manage this? Technically, no. Okay, this is where I sort of goofed. Because these plates, or these ingots, need to go up to there, which means now these need to loop around. Ugh. Alright, here's what I'll do instead. First, I'll go ahead and grab what's already in here, so that these don't max out over time. And we'll start to work on the other side of this. This is the real line that will go up. Technically, I can do both. It is whatever. I will have these. I think I'll keep these for the hell of it and just have them merge back around. It's not pretty, but it will be functional, damn it. Oh no. Okay, we can still make this work. Thankfully, they allow things to clip into each other. Alright, so this is 30, 30, 30. Okay, alright, so I need by this point it needs to be a Mark II. And then it needs to loop around to this side and combine with the outflow of this into a conveyor lift going up. I just need to grab some reinforced plates real quick. Hold up. I'm gonna keep on just stealing iron ingots from this since the rest of the line is just so damn slow at the moment. Alright, sort. What are we missing in you? Damn, I used up all the screws. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting that. That makes sense though. Give me this. Can't forget our old trusty line down here. 150 plates on standby. Thank you. Hold on. It is time. Stackable conveyor poles. Just so I don't have to go to that ramp every damn time for now. Okay. So I can merge out to here. Merge out to here, make it go up. I can also make it a storage container and do that. That way this can at least accumulate before we send it up. Oh wait, no, this is the output, right? Nope, that's the input. Okay, good. Good work, me. Good work past me like 10, 15 minutes ago, me. You're doing what we need. Okay. Still can't get even, but that's fine. That's fine. Getting ahead of myself. This is these aren't even powered up at the moment. I'll have to figure that out in a second. Okay. At least these will have their iron ores set up. I'll do a quick top up on some of these because they are emptying or filling up. Thank you. Okay. Merger. Oh no. The placement of this is a little bit off. That's fine, whatever. Never mind, it's not fine. Oh shit. Okay, now these are a little bit more synced up. Okay, are these connected? Nope. Good enough. Let's get this powered up. I make myself cringe sometimes. Many times, really, but holy hell. They are monsters. Okay. Well, eventually, this will be not really future-proof, but you can burn through a lot of resources immediately every time. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with the other two pure iron veins. Let's make this keep going. Hold up, I gotta play the ingot swap game. You. Please devour another 500 screws. And sort. Alright. These need to output... Oh, wait, these need to input into this way. Oh. Did I grab the... existing ones over here? Nope. That's okay. We're making it happen. A little on the backward side, but it works out regardless. Ooh. Yeah, well, I can't really do much about that. we'll do this. Now, normally, when I'm making my bases in like the mid game, I kind of like plan to use power shards on a lot of stuff. I don't think that's gonna happen in this base. Not at least on all of it. It's a rough world. Okay, so let's do the math here. Oh shit! Ow. I've changed my mind. I don't think we actually need to do the math on this one. I think this equals out already. This is using 30 ingot per thing, which means this is 120 use overall. So it is currently using all of the available resources that will reasonably be going out once this is like actually maxed. It's just maybe on the slow side. Double checking. Okay, I think this is actually going up. It's just devouring so many resources so quickly. Ah! He's going so slow. That's okay. Let's max this out. There. All right. Things should start to even out in terms of the way these conveyor belts look. And then obviously I need an output for all of these plates. An output that isn't just slapping them into the assembler manually. Whoops. But I do what I must for now. Okay. Let's get these connections going. One thing I can do is this. I don't know if I'll ever actually change the miner itself. I mean, I will change it to like Mark II, but in terms of its location, it's kind of good enough. Everything else is going to get deleted, but the miner, since we're making this, can just stay here. There. All right. It's got its own little section there. Oh no. The hub. The hub. What are we gonna do about you? Well, I'll move it along with everything else. I think getting on like an actual platform wouldn't be too bad. There are technically some things we could do the resource sync bonus program right now, and I could probably do the space elevator. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I can do that. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put the space elevator, but I can make it. Maybe I'll just make the platform. I don't know how big I gotta make it. Usually I've just put it on the ground, but you know, one of the challenges to this place, this spawn side, is limited space between all these like rocks and hills. And I don't really want to like go down there. I'd like my space elevator to be in and around my base. I never really set up my oh, hold up, I can upgrade this. Jesus. That will make a big difference. Oh lord. We could even get this one online, and it can be the new inefficient one. let's make sure these are maxed out. Yeah, what I might do is I might go over that way with my space elevator. But yeah, I am contemplating just giving it a platform in and of itself. Because that'd be cool. Maybe if I did it like this, went from there out to here, it'd give it a lot of space to go to space. Okay, hold on. I came over here because I wanted concrete too. Oh yeah. My cable production wasn't automated. Thankfully, I haven't been needing that super desperately. Okay, this it was connected to this copper thing, which we haven't done copper drop-offs in a while. What I can do, we're gonna delete this. We are being nutty. But, you know, while I've got the infrastructure, the evil infrastructure, the wires going through the walls, I'll make use of it, damn it. Okay. Plates. And then I need the rods, which, I mean, I'm probably going to be filling up on those pretty hardcore. Rods. I just need 200, but I'll take 400. Oh. Right. I came over here and started filling this up, but it's not needed anymore because they're getting the resources they need. Shoot. I'll just do this instead. Oh, that's full. This one's not. The fact that this burns through everything I throw into it in literally a single minute, it's rough to keep up. That's how come when I saw that first recipe, I was, or like when we first got, I was like, that's good, but like, it's hard to do for a long while. Because you're almost forced to like underclock this thing for efficiency sometimes. Not that we have underclocking available just yet, but it's on the way. All right, let's turn in a couple of things just to get the freighter to fly off. Concrete.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome Resource Sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be a bit before I can like get that particular thing set up, but now I can get the awesome shop and the awesome sink, which allows me to add some additional, a lot of things, honestly. There are a lot of things I cannot construct right now because we just don't have the stuff available in the awesome shop. Oh my god, it costs 200 screws to make? Jesus. I don't think it takes power, though, so like that's nice. We can take a quick little look-sees. We can get a factory cart, which is kind of cute. I don't really use it too much, especially since my base is so confined right now, but we might make it work. Things that I really want. Wall power outlets, so we don't have to use power poles as much. Conveyor holes are really useful. Signs are fantastic once I actually get the resource for that. My favorite thing is concrete foundations. I love using concrete foundations. They only require concrete to make rather than concrete and metal plates. So like they're super efficient in that regard. And I also just like the look of them versus the metal floors. So yeah, we're definitely going to get them at some point. You've got windows, gates, doors. I definitely want steel framed windows, I think. Actually, it might not be under that. I might be thinking of the stuff under architecture, which I need the structural frame set, which gives like a bunch of neat looking stuff. But the big thing I want is just glass. I want glass floors and glass windows. You can get a coffee cup. And if you're ever like really desperate for materials, you can just buy a full stack from here, which might happen more than once if I'm like desperate to like get the next level of an upgrade without getting all the resources specifically. Okay, let me double check some things. I need to upgrade the lines here. Let's see, that's 300 per minute. Oh my god, damn. Okay. And a truly excessive amount. How? Jesus. Okay. I just want to double check some things. So we have... Okay, we're actually good. I was about to go cut down some trees, but we are... Oh my god. We got like 5 stacks still. But at least this can be a little bit more efficient in being produced when I do go off to get those. Hold on, I gotta go back up. We gotta refresh our assembler. Damn it. Now, I don't particularly care about the jelly pad. That thing sucks. It's just the easiest way to put it. Screw. I really. Hold up. I need an output for this. But where am I going to send them? Overall, the goal for the assembler, the actual assembler I'm going to throw down that's connected, I would like the screws from there to go out this way, combined with these resources. So I'd probably honestly just put the assembler like where I have this fucking awesome shop. Hold on. So something like this, sort of. Maybe like here-ish. Those can out. Those plates can go out this way, and then go into here. Anything extra, I might split off into a storage container. I think that would be fine. Oh, but then it would be a merger. I really wish there was a like merger splitter combiner thingy within like one structure. Like take 2 input, turn it into 1 output, or take 2 inputs, turn it into 3 outputs. Just like options. Okay. It is what it is. We will take what we can get. Two of these things working at the same time wouldn't be bad either, or we can just keep on chucking stuff in here. It's gonna burn through my screws faster than I can make them, but like... if I'm lucky, I can get cast screws eventually. Wait. No, yeah, okay, I didn't get cast screws. I got like some copper shit. I need to go hunt for another hard drive soon. That's a lot of wires. Okay. I really would like to still get some iron plates. Like any spare extra iron plates, I would like to go into... Okay, here, I know what I'm going to do now. So this takes 90 per minute. Which means if I do this, 20, 40... Ah, fuck. 20, 40, 60, 80... No, this is just a bit underneath. No. That's okay. That's okay. Sad, but we'll make it work. Eventually. It will just have to be good enough for now. And then we'll make the better version of it later. We have this. And have these. Alright, so at least the screws are at least going to keep going into here, and the iron plates are like relatively like 80-90% efficient. So we'll just check that out every once in a while. Let me get to work on that space elevator. Let me put it on the to-do list. I need iron rods and wire. And probably on just a lot more plates too, but those are gonna go here. So yeah, unfortunately, well, for a while there I was getting a bunch of plates, but now they're all gonna go into this. Unless I cut it off at some point and have them go into another storage container just for the hell of it. Okay. Wires. Wires, wires, wires. What's happening here? Did I goof? I did. Here's what we're gonna do. This needs to turn into cables and then connect into this one. Slowly but surely. I can also get rid of this one because we have the actual relatively decent concrete line. This is empty on fuel, so I'll go ahead and empty get rid of that. Fly! Fly, little bird. Alright. I'm gonna grab my wires. We'll do this. I might put the space elevator up there. Ooh, 4 hours. Exhaustion is not covered by the Fix-It Pioneer Health plan, nor is Pioneer Health. You said that last time. I'm very well aware that our health plan is not covered. They never are. All right. Let's see. Obviously, I don't have the materials to make this. I'm just seeing where I could potentially place this down. This isn't ideal. It's this needs some specific ground, I think. But it might also just be because I don't have the materials and it's just not going to show a useful place until I do that. So let me try that out. Still think the surface is just going to be too even, though. In which case, I will make the new surface. Just not sure if it'll be over here or on the other side. This direction probably would be for the better. Okay, there you go. You can't actually just throw that down out in the open. But I almost want it overlooking my base. I mean, it's always going to be overlooking our base. It's a space elevator. But, like, there's a difference between it's over yonder beyond the fucking hill and it's ominously right above my base. Screw it. Initiating save the day. Wait, hold on. I'll at least have the terminal facing this way. It doesn't matter where you access it from direction-wise, but visually it's cool to have. Wow. Look at all those materials flying into here. Jesus. Funnily enough, that's like the only structure in the entire game that takes that long to like visually assemble. But it is impressive. Oh, geez, right. I forgot the tether comes from the sky. We did it! Now I just... I gotta start automating other stuff.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all.
You tell me that already?
Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
I feel like they told me, oh, I fucking never turned on the power for this. Oops. That's not great. Hold on. I will do maybe this. There. Okay. At least I can get 120 screw per minute and even this out a little. So what do I need for smart plating? Obviously I'm going to need an assembler. It is reinforced iron plates combined with rotors to make smart plating. But that means I then also have to figure out rotor stuff. Do I want to deal with regular rotors or the recipe that we had beforehand? You still have to do unfortunately, you still have to deal with screws the entire time. So I think regular rotor wouldn't be that bad. We have technically like a lot more rods being made. What is my actual rod output or potential right now? Hold on. So at 15 iron ingot per minute, let's divide 120 by 15. Well, okay. Never mind. I realize now that unlike the iron plates, this is 1-to-1 with one iron ingot turning into one iron rod. So it is, my output is 120. My output's 120. It's currently being used at 30 per minute. So I have 90 left over to play with, which for regular rotors, I could make the four assemblers. Nah, I shouldn't because I don't have 400 screws per minute. Let me look at the MAM recipe for the other thing, because it's technically a faster recipe. Sheets versus the other one. For double the screws per minute, which we don't have the capacity for conveyor belt wise at the moment, I can make 11.25 rotors. And for only 22 copper sheets, which is nothing. Copper sheets are a super easy resource to grind. It's the screws. It's the screws that are really screwing us. Pun not intended. I just sad about the screws. Okay. I think I'm going to look around for a hard drive. Sort of. Actually, hold on. Let me at least get an output on some things that might need it, like my smart plating, or my not smart plating, the reinforced plating assembler I have up top. And how many do that? Hold on. Smart plating, let's say it's 50. It looks like it's just 1-to-1 actually. So I need 50 smart plating, 50 rotors. Okay. I could do the naughty thing and do what I did with the assembler up here. I could even just literally use this assembler, because we're not going to get the screws ever again, I don't think. I could do this. Throw these in here. Oh, really? I could just split it in half and then put it in there. Boop. But what about the rotors? The rotors are the key. Okay, let me clear my list. How many screws do I need for 50 rotors? 1,250. That's not that bad. Except I have basically like 100 or something. Yeah. This is gonna just keep equaling out. So I really gotta up my screw production, which is why I was about to go off and look for a hard drive, because if I can get cast screws, I can change everything. Because I believe cast iron screws use iron ingots rather than iron rods. So I could technically turn like half of this production line just into straight regular screws, and then figure out what I'm going to do about logistics from there. The only issue is I don't know where the hard drives are in this location. I just gotta look around. Now, hard drives are always going to be in the physical same place on the map, so it is possible to like just Google them, which I have done occasionally. I'm gonna try to somewhat avoid it, but I promise nothing in that regard. Because unfortunately the like ways to find hard drives I think are a little bit overtuned. And by that I mean a little bit on the hard side. So what you can do, I'll actually go make one of the things real quick. So you do get something called an object scanner, which I believe I have the recipe for. I just didn't make because I've been in my base for 4 hours. But you get an object scanner, it will tell you if something is close by, and you just play a game of hot and cold, swapping between your different items that you're looking for, which is fine. The problem is that in order to find hard drives in particular, rather than just giving you the scanning option for it immediately, you got to go down the research tree in the MAM. I believe you got to go down the animal life research tree. Like all the way down in like this area. And then you got to use one of the hard drives as well as a bunch of other resources to get it. It just a little on the annoying side when you're trying to find shit in the immediate beginning of the game. Oh, maybe it's not over here.
The remains researched belong to an organism now dubbed the fluffy-tailed hog. It has many characteristics that would likely classify it among the Suidae family were it native to Earth. Hog remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Again, you know, misinfo, apologies. I don't actually know what the hard drive scanning thing is under. But you can see my problem. Like that's the core of it, is there are some really, really good recipes out there. And when you can just go to Google and immediately find it, it's a little on the annoying side that they then hide the equivalent of in the in-game option under like a whole other tree. Especially when like it's not like you have to work for the hard drives anyways, right? Like once you find them, some of them you need to bring specific resources to. So why not just let us immediately like scan for them, or like make it earlier on? I think that's the big thing for me. I think that would equal it out. Make it so I just throw one hard drive in, it's at the beginning of the MAM tree. And I think that would be a much better player experience overall versus the default experience. Because I didn't fucking research that thing until like I basically beat the game. Or maybe not really beat the game, but like halfway through. There's other items that you can get eventually that combine with the different researches. You get like a radar that will tell you that items exist within a certain radius. In order for that to be useful, you have to obviously then have those particular things researched, such as like the hostile organism detection, or like power slug detection. I'll research power slugs while I'm here.
This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
You know, I can relate to the power slugs. I too like staying in one comfortable location for as long as possible. Alright. I need to make the object scanner, and then maybe go back up and grab some screws so I can find power slugs. So at the very least... So the way that power slugs can work, you can make power shards with them. I believe it is 1 power shard for a blue power slug. Yellow ones give 2 power shards per yellow slug. And then you get purple ones, which will give you 5 per. Or it's 1, 5, 10. I'm pretty sure it's 1, 2, 5 though. So like once you unlock the overclocking recipe, you can chuck power shards into stuff and make them output more faster in exchange for more power, which honestly isn't that bad considering how like getting power isn't too like, especially once we get up to automated, genuinely automated power, not to the biomass stuff that we currently have. But I've lost myself. What was I saying? It wasn't so bad, whatever it is. Oh, power slugs, yeah. So once you have enough power to just throw at anything, overclocking some structures can be really nice, because rather than making like 16 somethings, you could instead make like 4 and have all of them power clocked times 3, for example. It's very nice. But okay. Hold up. ADHD moment. I am trying to get to the equipment thing. Equipment workshop. Making an object scanner. I only need the one. And then I will need screws so that I can at least get power slugs occasionally too. So my goal is to find a hard drive. Secondary goal, we'll grab any slugs we find out there. Third goal, there are other resources beyond iron and copper and limestone, but you have to find them in the world first, or get far enough in the game that they start requiring you to need them, and then they just tell you, like, they throw it on the marker, the in-game scanner thing. This little bar. How much did I need for this? 200? Fuck, okay.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
All right. Let's see. Okay. I didn't realize I currently can only detect power slugs with my object scanner, which means without that first upgrade, this did nothing. What? Wow. That's okay. We'll make up for things. I really do need to start getting my MAM research going. Some people like rush it immediately. There are some really useful items that you can research almost from like the get-go. I just didn't go and do it. I wanted to get my base a little set up first. Hey. Oh. Ah, jeez. Where'd the other one go? There you are. I'm off my A game today for the meleeing of stuff. Yellow slug. A little bit better. All right. I'll get that automated. Oh, here's something useful. Deuterium ore.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, well, we've got some deuterium, which is used for a lot of electronics-based upgrades, including bigger power poles. So, like, I desperately need it. But it is also covered in a rock, unfortunately. So, I think what I'm going to have to do for now, until I find what I need to make explosives, we will throw just some automatic miners on here, or portable ones. And then at least I can kind of come back here occasionally for this. Let me add a marker. Deuterium ore normal. Select icon. We'll just use the regular stamp. And I'll do just like a general yellow-ish kind of color. So this is the equivalent of gold. I'll go ahead and do that. Not even going to bother giving it an individual area here. I just need the individual resources. I don't know how much I need for the research. It shouldn't be too much for like the initial stuff. But that's a useful spot right there. And I'm happy that it's a normal vein. Could have been impure, and that I've made things work. In the first game I played, one of the major like places I mined the absolute hell out of was an impure vein. It was either like one impure vein or maybe like a couple of impure veins in one place, but I didn't burn resources fast enough to mine it too much. A lot of it just sat on standby until like end game. So I don't need to rush around too much for it. Oh, Jesus. I don't have my melee weapon equipped. Uh-oh. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh my god, damn. I'm getting torn up out here. What is this? Copper. Slug! Please. I need you. Look. Here we go. At least when I get back to base, I can overcharge some things. Even just like, say, throwing the power shards into the assemblers to speed up my smart plating or whatever else production would be really useful. Well, that's some poison gas. Can't do much about it, but sometimes, a lot of times, hard drive crash sites are just smack dab in the middle of poison areas. No such luck in this case. It's just a yellow power slug, not worth it. It's not an instant kill to go into those veins, but it's definitely not worth it otherwise. Oh, we have another copper vein up here. If I ever get desperate enough for that. Oh, wait, you can cancel out of this. You just gotta, while still holding V, you can hit escape. Wow. Apologies, I said at the beginning that you can't cancel it out because I just didn't try hard enough, I guess. Ooh, I think I see a crash site over to the east. Oh my god, the fucking smoke just started to exist abruptly. Oh, nice. 30 rotors. Oh, God, big boy. Hey, screws. Oh, fuck. What does this need? Hey, it needs rotors. Good thing it gave it to me. Front row. Ugh. Okay, I got a problem. I didn't bring heals. I might just die here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Thank you. I would like you to die. Oh god. Holy shit, Tix. Oh, that was so close. I actually genuinely might die here. Oh, I'm still good. I'm still alive. I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. Oh, It's not worth it. Not worth it. Oh my god. That's a lot of power slugs. Holy shit. See some limestone down below us. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been over in this area. I actually don't even really know where the fuck I am relative to the whole map. Seems like we're kind of on the north side. But we're so far into like new territory for me that I can't fully piece together. Okay. Let's see if I can make my way back to base. I shouldn't explore too far out since I don't really have a lot of the resources and tools that would make things better for me, like a better melee weapon, healing items, etc. I'm also a little not on my A game when it comes to fighting things right now. Part of it is just this area. I'm so used to fighting in places that are like a little bit more on the flat side. Or a lot more open than that. And then when I couldn't do that, by the point that I was fighting in much more enclosed spaces, I just had so many tools that it didn't matter anymore, you know? Like, you can get ranged weapons in this game. They change everything. And maybe for the first time, I'll try and make one of the... I never made the rebar gun, which is like the cheapest and fastest one that you can make. Whoa. Big tree. Hey. I think that's some sulfur right here.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fix-it helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Oh, don't worry, we'll research it. I think that thing just threw itself off. That poor fluffy tail pig or hog. Yeah, it died. Oh shit. No. No. Oh, no! It knocked me off the edge! No! I didn't know that was something that could be a problem. I didn't get hit with the attack, it just, the aftershock of it knocked me off. But I didn't get to touch the glowy orb. I want to touch the glowy orbs. Alright. At least I can start my hard drive research. Let me double check some things. So first off, Caterium. Get this research, which will then allow me to make the next thing of it.
The metal has been named Caterium after Fixit's greatest CEO Katerina Parks. It has been added as a viable alternative to gold in industrial applications, specifically in advanced electronics due to its superconductivity, malleability, and corrosion resistance.
Very good. I'm glad to have some gold. Though holy hell, it's burning. We're burning through it fast with the research.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Alright, I need 50 of these. Okay. Yeah. Here's what we'll do. I could at the very least use a smelter for now. And just throw these in here. Any spare lines? A spare line for a greedy gamer? Yeesh. Alright. Thankfully, this is where me putting portable miners on that original Caterium mine or vein will be useful. Let's find out if there's any others. It's not looking too great. They are all really far away, holy hell. Okay. What about the purities? Normals? Normal for all of them. Okay, not bad, not bad. Thank you. I might try my luck again to get the sphere. This time I will try not to be at the very edge of it. I can also just crouch by. Oh god, it's shooting at me. It's okay. Alright, I killed it. It didn't get to shoot me as much.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
You've got it, Ada. So basically, I gotta research it so I can put it on the object scanner. I just usually do it so quick that I forget that it's not like a default thing. It's still just funny to me seeing only the power slug up there. The only thing that matters are slugs. You gotta get as many slugs as possible. Ah! I don't want to fall. Sometimes you have to fall so that you can rise. Owie. This area's been a little bit rough. I haven't really found like good sources of food. The only food that I have consciously found was like below this place. Which is nuts considering how lush this area is overall. Yeah, the only food I've found so far in this run is... oh, hey, buddy. Hey, little doggo. But the berries or whatever down below, the barrel... I don't even remember. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, what's happening there? Game doesn't like the fog. What's happening here? Why is this stopped? Oh, because I didn't give it an output. Yep, that's my bad. I will try to fix that. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so... we need to do Mercer Sphere.
Mercer Sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer Sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture. Witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
It said, sing it a song, and it was very abrupt and scary. I kind of forgot that they do that. The voice that wanted us to sing a song when we were landing. They're in the spheres. Or more. Alright, I think I only need the 50 for this. Oh, right. Fuck. Okay, I kind of goofed. Whatever, we'll fix it later. I cannot research anything else while the hard drives are going on, which is awkward when like everything else is like a 3-second instant research basically. Anything else I can put in here? I should research some of these other hides and maybe use them a little bit more quickly. A lot of times I just save the hides until like far later in the game. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I can make a personal storage box. We will leave it next to the MAM. And we can just throw everything that's taking a slot up into there and figure it out later. Okay. Time to get back up, get my reinforced plating. Don't give up on me. We'll get you emptied out, hold on. At least this let my screws kind of accumulate a little bit, I imagine. Yeah. Okay, that was probably frozen up for a while. Oops. That's fine, whatever. I can at least do this too. I'd rather get my extra plates before they get like absolutely devoured again. Alright. I need to figure out what I'm going to do about smart plating. I really should have had it going before we left. I just, That's okay. That's what we're making all of this area for. Excuse the wire going through the floor. Now this is a little funny. The freighter will go through structures. It doesn't care about the clipping, which is fine. It's just funny to watch happen. I need to move this thing sooner rather than later. Okay, sorry. Forgot that the chest on the hub is part of it, so like it just showed me so many things. I wasn't ready for it. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna toss. Wait, no, hold on. I already threw down an assembler that has that stuff. I will instead maybe behave. Hold on. What is it taking? Oh, fuck it. Whatever. I have 60. Yeah. I'll do a stack of 50, split, and kabam. Alright. That will be done in 25 minutes at the very least. Not too bad. We'll do proper smart plating up automation as soon as we can, but for the meanwhile, I fuck off to the rest of my base. Load up. I need to create some more fuel. We did get a bunch of leaves while we were out there. And a little bit of logs. I didn't really cut too much down, but that's okay. Make the rest of the Caterium, please. We honestly should be good on Caterium stuff for a while. Just because of, like, we'll use the 50 Caterium ingot to learn the next recipe, and then we make a bunch of quick wire, which might be enough. Let's see. So 50 that. Then the next thing is 100. I'm trying to make my way down just to like here-ish, I think. I think this is the Mark 1 or the Mark 2 electric pole. And then at that point I just have to carry around Caterium or the quick wire so I can make poles that have 7 inputs, which is very, very useful. Okay. Owie. Oh my god. Oh jeez. I'm fucking dead. Oh, the water. Holy shit.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay. What do you mean it could eat me? I don't want any plants to eat me. If something I was eating ate me back while I was eating it, I don't know how I would feel. But alright, we finally found some food. Oh shit. God. I tried to... Please just die. Okay. I tried to slide uphill, but not an option. Berries!
Potential edible collected. If consumed before authorized as compatible with the human digestive system by Fix-It, the consumer is responsible for any and all consequences. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Understood. It's my fault if I eat a random untested plant on an alien planet. Ooh, is that sulfur? What kind of sulfur? Impure? Alright. I don't think I can immediately use sulfur just by itself. I think I also need coal, which means I gotta find that somewhere. But, yeah, they usually... The leveling up tree, the tech tree will give me the ability to find coal at some point real soon, so I'll just look for it then. The only benefit for finding it like right now would be explosives. But without knowledge of where to apply the explosives, it's not that useful, you know? All I could do is get the Caterium ingot vein going. Ah! Give me the bacon! But speaking of food, so like in this game, food just gives you healing, which is fine. I do kind of wish there was a survival system. Unfortunately, the developers are very much like super against it and have outright stated that they're never going to do it. So, unlucky. Oh, Jesus. These guys are going off. Spooked me. Holy God, there's so much bacon around here. Maybe I mark this. You know, future me can come back, get a ton of bacon equivalents. It's worth it. I'm being chased. This ain't nice. Yeah, if you're gonna have food in the game, and like a large chunk of the game is just kind of like surviving on an alien planet, I don't think it's a big detriment. Like, obviously some players would turn off. I've seen plenty of the people who play this game be like, I would never have that. What the fuck is this? Ooh, potentially good stuff in here, potentially bad stuff in here. Let's hope it's mostly good. I'm gonna fucking die. Oh no. Oh god, it's the spiders. Oh, those are the bad things. Oh, those are the bad things. Those are they're fucking me up. I can't run. Oh my god. Why am I so fucking slow? God damn it. It's because I'm early in the game, but son of a bitch. Oh jeez, they jump. I gotta fight for my life.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes. There are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function.
The eyes or the
Research
mouths?
remains in the MAB to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Okay. I lived barely. Is this? It just leaves. Okay. As I was saying, you already have the combat in the game, right? Like, at that point, you're halfway there. You're halfway there to just be at least having some survival game elements. Yeah, you have combat, you have eating food to heal yourself in combat. You just don't have a hunger bar to deal with. And I think there are times where a hunger bar would be useful for some of this game. Just because, like, part of this game's aspect... Oh, fucking hell, there's more. Is exploration, right? Like, a good chunk of this game requires you to leave your base and, like, wander around, potentially aimlessly if you refuse to use Google. Especially, like, at all, right? Like... I think having a hunger bar wouldn't have been a bad fit, and they could have just done like what they did. They could have included it and then given you the option to turn it off if you don't like it. Unfortunately, I have looked for mods that add the functionality of a hunger bar, and I didn't find any. They could exist, and I just didn't look hard enough. I'm not that hard committed to trying to do it. But I'll always prefer a developer like supported gameplay option first before like it being a mod, especially because then it would have like more official functionality rather than like, oh, the game updates and then it breaks. Hey, buddy. Hello, doggy. Would you like some... What is this called? Pale berry? Ah, I spooked it. That's okay. Look, hey. You see it, right? You see the berry? You smell it? It smells delicious. Don't you want it? Fuck. No, don't go into the spider cave. Bad dog. You know what? I'm not chasing the dog into the spider cave. Yeah, I think just a small missed opportunity, because then you can also tie it to the biomass. I think one area that I wish this game had, which there are actually mods for in this case, is power sources that aren't immediately like you go from biomass to coal. And I just felt like, okay, you probably could have had some shit in between, like, you know, solar power, wind power, water power, just as like a general example. Oh, I'm back at the Caterium. And I think that then combines nicely with like, okay, you have a farm for biomass automation and also a farm for food, which again, there are mods for the food stuff at least. I just don't know about the hunger stuff. That's kind of, those are like two separate things technically. But I want them together. to at least encourage, like, I think the biggest benefit of a hunger bar system is like, oh, hey, little buddy. I'm backing off. I'm backing off. Look, I gotta get to like even ground with it. Actually, I don't know where the fuck it went. I would like a dog. The dogs are nice. Oh, there you are. All right. Eat the berry. Did you enjoy the berry? All right. I'm gonna name you Barry, in inspiration of the thing you enjoyed so much. Come along with me. Unfortunately, the dogs have a tendency to like follow you as much as possible, then get stuck somewhere and disappear. So I'm not like hyper gonna be trying to keep this dog, but if I can get it into my base and into like a safe enclosure, I think that can work out. But in summary of my little tangent, it's not to complain that the system doesn't exist. I just think it would be neat. It'd be fun to have. I like hunger bar systems when implemented well. Not all games do it well, but some do. Especially because it would then make you think a little bit outside of yourself, right? It's like when you see a reminder to hydrate. You go, oh shit, right, I maybe haven't had water in a while. A hunger bar could make you go, oh shit, right, there's the exploration aspect of the game. Should I do some exploration right now? Do I need to go hunt some food? And even if you're full on food, it can still make you think, maybe I should, you know, things are pretty automated right now. Maybe I go out there and get yada yada, look for some resources, find some Mercer spheres, etc. Bless you. Alright, Barry. Let's see if I can get you into the base proper. This is where... shit. This is where I get punished for not having a walkable base. Come on, buddy. Over here. Alright. This is your corner. This is your corner. You live here now. In this sad, dark world. Oh my god, it doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. Oh, it can go over small walls. Well, that's a problem. All right. Stay, boy. Stay inside of the pen. I will get you light. I will get you windows. I just don't have the recipes for those things right now. I'm sorry. Alright, let's see what I should have the hard drive finished. What do we got? Fused quick wire. Or inventory slots. Not bad. The inventory slots are nice, but we're gonna do a rescan. Oh yes, that was worth it. That was so worth it. Holy shit. All right. I got the cast screws. I don't. When I get the infrastructure to really like support a billion screws being made at once, it'll also be super nice. But like, just even having that immediately, we're happy enough. Okay, let me research some stuff. Oh, I'm gonna drop some things off too. Hold on. I've got a ton of leaves. So in terms of the dog in this game, as I don't feel too bad. It also doesn't have to worry about a hunger bar. Remember that. This lizard dog will live forever as long as I can, you know, keep it safe. And so that's why I have confined it. Because like you can't, without modding, it will just try to follow you everywhere. And then it doesn't do like a good job. It isn't like a Minecraft dog where like it'll teleport to you over and over and over again until something tragic happens to you. That thing will get stuck on like a random log and you'll never see it again. You have to like backtrack. Which unfortunately, the tools for that aren't the most amazing. They don't like give you like, oh, here's where you've been. You gotta use your memory. And I don't got a lot of that. And that sometimes is in limited supply. Alright, I've dropped off the leaves. I can do some more research. Let's see what I've got right now. I need to get... Here we go. This. Caterium!
Research completed. Quickwire recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Yippee. Okay, how much do I need to make 100 quickwire? Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. That's the big benefit. Ingots turn into 5 quickwire each. And I say with like a single stack of like a max stack of quickwire, 500, you're set for a long while in the early game. Because the only thing that there really is to like spend on quickwire at the beginning is the poles. And obviously if you do a little bit of mixing and matching, occasionally Mark 1 poles, occasionally Mark 2 poles, we're gonna make this last a while. Well, until I throw it into the MAM for 100 of my quickwire, or more. There's another one. There's a second thing that requires 100 quickwire. I don't know if I'm going to put it in there immediately, but there isn't anything else to like spend my Caterium ingot on, so that's okay. Just quickwire, and hopefully I have enough to get the other research. Let's see. Caterium electronics.
New Caterium research options available. Congratulations on finding this metal. Many Fix-It initiatives will benefit from Caterium's applicability in advanced engineering. Also, it is probably not sentient, and so unlikely to feel pain as we exploit it.
Probably not sentient. That's good. That's good. Hopefully none of the materials we use, outside of power slugs, I guess, we kind of harvest them alive. But what use of like big brains do they have? They literally stay in one spot for potentially hundreds of years, I think. But all right. Fuck. Okay, I need 300 to research Power Poles Mark II. Evil. Okay. I'll have to go grab the other material again, but I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. What can I craft while I do that? I'll make some screws. Okay, I'm back. I've used the bathroom. We've crafted a bunch of screws. I technically could probably make another assembly and just throw those in there to get rotors going, but we'll behave on that because I don't need to do that terribly hardcore. Excuse me while I continue to use my god-awful ladder. I need to grab my smart plating real quick. Or reinforced plating. This needs an output. This needs... Oh, right. I used all the rods. How the fuck? Okay, sure. It might have dropped down. Sometimes creatures just spawn in your base, though. It's always a surprise. It's a funny, pleasant surprise, and then who knows what ends up happening to them. Depends on if they block a structure or not. Yeah, most of the time, like, your structures are supposed to basically make a radius around it where, like, things won't spawn in. So when they're there, like, hold up. Throw some of the screws in here just to give myself some space. I don't really know what to do with some of the... We have a lot of plates in general. It's kind of unfortunate. Had I made a way, I just don't know how. I guess I could have made a splitter here. And so that, yeah, we'll do that. Obviously, it's too late. The moment has passed, but anything that like somehow manages to be extra, I will put in here. I will also try to make this a little better. Stackable conveyor belt. Good enough. Good enough. As long as it like physically isn't interacting with this. Whee! Okay, that is kind of a problem. Uh-oh. Well, that's something to figure out. This is where one of the other Caterium research things will be pretty useful. This is where you get down here. You can get smart splitters, which you can then be like, hey, this direction will have like this item, this one will be overflow, this one will be nothing, etc. Really not too bad to like get in comparison to some of the other stuff that might rely a little bit more on like mid-game. So I'll go grab some Caterium real quick. I am curious though, hold up. How is my smart plating coming along? I don't know how long it's been since I threw the stuff in there. I feel like it's been more than 20 minutes. Hey, look at that! Okay. Whoa, scary. Let's go complete phase 1. The space elevator. All right, cargo loaded and sealed. This is a cool, fun little thing, even if it isn't actually physically sealing anything in there. It's just a cute little animation, but I appreciate it anyways.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore, and exploit for a better Fix-It future.
Yippee! We're getting coal power and cars. Go. Ascend to the heavens. My 50 smart plating.
Phase 1 of Project Assembly completed. This is only the beginning of Project Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies.
Yay!
It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies.
It's 100%.
Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
All right, I love this, by the way. The fact that, like, it launches up, blasts away the clouds, depending on where you are. When you're in the desert and there aren't any clouds, a lot of times there are no clouds. So, like, it's a little bit sadder over there. But in the first area and this area, you get some coverage, and that means it gets to be blown away. Although I haven't looked at that happening. That's a little bit more weird. We're going to ignore that. Why are the clouds closing so quickly? Scary. Horrifying. Alright, I just need Caterium. Lots of it. Yeah, fucking uphill. It's going to be a while yet before I get the items I need to go uphill a little bit faster. Let me see if I can maybe spot a different resource, though. No such luck. I'm trying to find some purple crystals. Purple crystals that can be turned into boots. And glass, but like boots. That's my real concern. Alright, let's get some Caterium burning. I think I'll even put a storage unit on this. Let me do this. Okay. Smelter. Caterium ingot. Put you over in here. And then another storage unit. Just to keep this going for a little bit. I guess I'll go the final mile too. While I'm already making this abomination. Alright. Now we have quick wire production. Maybe I'll throw... Let's not look at that. Let's not look at all this too, but like at least this is doing something useful right now. I mean, look at all these plates. Wowie. Technically, if I want to burn through some of this, I could make that assembler. Another secondary one to just get rid of shit immediately. How's this going, anyways? It's got 50% efficiency, which is honestly impressive considering it's only getting 120 screw per minute, and it needs 250 per minute. Here, take this. are we with this? Yeah, it's accumulating. It's accumulating. I'm gonna go ahead and put one of the stacks in there. I need a little bit of space. Okay. Let's get some more research done so that I could potentially, maybe get power shards, make some other stuff. Look at this. Apparently, and that means we're gonna have to leave this ma'am here. So, if you research stuff with a ma'am unit, it will gradually over time get more indicators of what you've researched. However, from what I've read, there is a bug at the moment that makes it so as soon as you quit the game and load back in, the stuff on that ma'am disappears. It also doesn't apply to other ma'ams, I'm pretty sure. Let's find out if that's still true. Yep, that's true. So whenever I quit, all this stuff's gonna disappear on here. That's okay. I never even noticed beforehand anyways. Okay. Let's get more stuff researched. Find out about the stingers. The spider things.
The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Yeah, the safety is a gun. The rebar gun. Which I might actually try and go for. Again, almost for the first time, at least in early game. I think I researched it just to like get it done the first time I played the game, but I never used it actively. Because by the time I researched it, I had other stuff. Better stuff.
The remains researched belong to an organism that tends to nest near objects emitting specific types of resonance. Spitters are called as such due to their ability to create and spit plasma across long distances. Spitter remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Oh, don't you worry, we got plenty of research to do. Still thinking about this. I can also just rescan. These are just not like immediately usable to me at the moment. I really should start copper sheet production. This is now about the time I can start to use it with coal power. Coal power specifically. I need copper pipes or copper sheets for pipelines and stuff. Oopsies. What about this? Ooh, I might research this immediately. I have the resources for it. Everything else is going to take a bit. But yeah, this is a pretty big tier. This gets us coal, which is a much more useful power resource over the biomass stuff. Just because, one, it gives more power per coal generator anyways, but you can also like properly automate it. Hey, buddy. You got anything useful? Oh wow, a heatsink. That's that's huge money. I'll take it. Thank you, buddy. Okay, let me actually select what I'm gonna do next. We're gonna do this one. I have the wires, but let me finish the research on this area first.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larvae of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration.
Holy shit, I have 10 blue slugs? I didn't even realize. I truly have just been grabbing random slugs whenever without really thinking about it. But worthwhile. I don't know what I'm going to apply these to in the short sense, but still nice to have. Alright. Alien DNA capsules. Research.
Research completed. Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or alien DNA capsules. In addition to being used for research, the invaluable alien lifeform data in these capsules can be traded for Fix-It coupons at the Awesome Sink. We guarantee the best capsule to coupon exchange rate anywhere on this planet.
This is the only place you can get those, but okay, yeah. I need cables. And oh, that's not happening for a while. I didn't realize. Steel beams? Oh god. Okay, we'll focus on these. Cables and I guess just making the DNA capsules to begin with. DNA capsules. I need to make them here. We'll make 5 of them. Okay. And I think I just grab a bunch of iron rods. Hold on. Let's see. Oh no, we have the 100 for this. That's whatever. It's the cables I needed, right.
Research to develop the rebar gun is now available. When completed, you will be in possession of a tool effective against any local obstacles actively objecting to the Fix-It mission.
Good. We can't have anyone opposing the Fix-It mission. This is to save the day, after all. How many days? I don't know. Hopefully a lot. All of them. Pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It.
Oh, I never selected the quick wire on this. No. That's fine, whatever. I'll get the job done eventually. Do I have some Cateria more on me. I'll go ahead and just toss that in there. I guess I can do this too. Max the stack out. Whoops. Nope, put those back. Okay, what else can I actually research? Bacon and berries, which I think will allow me to find them, maybe?
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
It's supposed to look like raw bacon? I guess I gotta look at it a little bit more.
This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
The object scanner expands. Also unlock overclocking. Technically also underclocking.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note, power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
That's okay. That means nothing at the beginning. It means a lot probably in mid-game. And if you're like actually overclocking absolutely everything, but I'm pretty stingy with my resources a lot of times, so we're not going to worry about it too much. But at least now I have the ability to underclock something, which obviously saves on power, I'm pretty sure. I'm testing. Yeah. Holy shit. It can save on power quite a lot. So for some of these like more clogged up lines that can't go at full speed just yet, it could be advantageous to mess around with them. What are we even using right now? We're still at below consumption capacity at the moment, so that's very useful. The max consumption rate is scary. Some people recommend always having your max consumption rate below your gray capacity line, but those are people who are a lot more efficient than me, so it's not that big of a deal for now. Let's get that Mark II pole at the very least. Give me the button.
Power pole Mark II unlocked. This provides additional power connections compared to the power pole Mark I.
Simple, easy, nice. Let's see. What do I need for this? Okay. That's not that bad. It really just like the quick wire cost on the AI limiter. And then you don't have to worry about this power switch. Although I am sad. This is one of those other things that I kind of wish came back a little bit earlier on in the tech tree. I feel like by the time I actually bother to spend steel beams on this particular thing, I've already made my power grid a mess. You know, the power switch is there to like separate areas from each other on the power grid. So like if potentially you use up too much power from one area, you could just turn off that power grid and leave the rest of your base online. And then there's a smarter one eventually. Here we go. The priority power switch, I believe. Which allows you to be like, hey, this area is group number 1. And group number 1 is, you put a name for it, coal power plant. And coal power plant will always be here and running no matter what. And then priority group B is going to be like whatever biomass stuff, etc., etc. So that you have a more efficient time running the base. But again, it just takes a while before you can actually get access to it, so I've never really effectively used it. I tried once, and then it didn't like work, and I was very confused. And it didn't even matter, so I just kept it going. Alright, what else do I have that I could research? Sulfur.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Oh, I need screws. I've used up all my screws. I gotta go back up. But let's find out where the sulfurs are. I honestly think the closest one we already found over here. Yeah. Okay, alright. Well, there's another one right above it. Also impure. Yeah. Okay. Sulfur, a little on the far side for me, sort of. We'll end up using these impure ones. And maybe never this one. It takes a while before sulfur is like big time relevant. It's nice to have in some aspects. One to make the explosives to get access to stuff, and you can use the explosives to fight enemies too, which is valuable as well, though I don't tend to use that over just shooting the enemy directly, which is why I'm trying to make rotors. Hold up. I want to try the rebar gun, because maybe the rebar gun would make me happy. What else does the rotor need? Iron rods. I don't have any on me, really. 48's not enough. Okay. Give me the screws, thank you. Well, I'll max this out real quick. Okay. Let me make some rotors. I'll make some excess ones as well. I want to get the rebar gun researched and then probably have enough to actually make the damn thing. Okay. I've made a bunch of rotors. Let me see what the rebar gun even costs to make. Oh, son of a gun. It uses screws. My bad. At some point here, I actually really need to get like an awesome stick. I don't really have like excess, sort of. I have excess of like ores. But other than that, like a lot of my ingots, they're going in. They're just slow. Like, that's it. I need to upgrade this. That will change things dramatically. I'll make this Mark II. And then we keep it going. Yeah, the way that the fix-it sync works is basically the more complex an item is, the more coupon points you get. So something like iron ingots, it gets okay at the beginning. But like, it falls off fast. So the area that I would want to make or use for like fix-it syncs would maybe be like stuff like cables. Cables, wires. A little bit in that area is really good at the beginning to like kind of sync, especially because it's really easy to get like thousands upon thousands of them just sitting around. I mean, even just this with its very slow one constructor working on cables is already adding up. I imagine the wires is doing a lot too. Oh, wait. Oh. Never mind. I goofed. Oh shit. Oh no! Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my constant forgetting of what I need to do. Okay. Okay. First off, go away. Shoo! Fuck off. I can't build if you're over here. I'm sorry. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta die. I gotta expand things a little bit. 'Cause I was gonna make the enhanced security, which would have given me the better melee weapon. But now I'm wire poor. All right.
Most humans have more productive hobbies.
Whee! Aha! I wouldn't be playing Satisfactory if I had uber-duper productive hobbies. Although technically this is a productive hobby in a way. Whee! At least if I'm recording it. Alright. Oh, it's gone already anyways. So, let's figure this out. I've got my 120 per minute. This is full, obviously, so technically doesn't matter too much, but we'll get all of this split up. We're gonna go ahead and just dismantle all of this since I fucking don't need it technically. How's my inventory? Okay, I don't need to dismantle this and not have space. This can have the last of the wire stuff. Ooh. Here, have that actually, okay. Okie dokies. I am probably gonna need to make a little outpost that sticks out to the side a little bit over the cliff. That's okay. That's okay. Alright. I'll go ahead and delete this wire. we can fix it in post. Alright. I need more concrete. Yeah. How's this? 89% efficiency, 89% efficiency, 89% efficiency. Okay. I was hoping more to see 100%, 100%, and then, you know, otherwise. But the way that it's splitting, I guess it just never fills up, so it does what it needs to. We'll leave it a be. Once I have Mark III conveyor belts, things can change quite a bit. In the meanwhile, do what we can. Okay, so let me find out some costs here. Obviously, let's see. We gotta start off with copper. Whoops. Copper ingots, 30 per. So that just means four smelters. And then from there, we can figure out more. Splitter. Technically, I think I should probably do the smelters this way, and then... no, I'll do it like this. Okay. The smelters will be here. How much does this cost? Yeah, okay, 6 quick wire. Yeah, nothing really. Splitter. I don't even know if that went through. Hold on. Gotta be very careful because it is possible to make like a splitter on a conveyor belt that isn't connected to that conveyor belt, but they like occupy the same physical space. The game's just being annoying about it. Copper ingots. And I gotta do a little bit of manual filling of these so that they start off strong. Did I grab 3? Okay, I did. I'm kind of goofing a little bit here. This isn't exactly super scalable, but I'll make it work, whatever. What I can do... Nah, we'll worry about it later. What I'll do is I'll just make this conveyor belt up from one of these two sides. And then I'll just do more smelting above the area. Use a little bit of the verticality. Yeah. Nice. I wasn't sure if I could make it up there. Power. We're gonna make this a Mark II, our very first one, and just get all of this powered up. Beautiful. I love the Mark IIs. Such a game changer for actually getting stuff online without it being as annoying. Oh, damn, okay. Actually, I thought that was even. It's not. There we go. That's fine. That works out. And then from there... we're going to continue to misbehave. I am going to combine these into a storage unit. What the fuck? Excuse you? What? Did I make a splitter? Okay. That's my bad. That's my bad. I thought I was doing mergers. Jesus. Merger. I technically didn't have to do that. I just kind of forget about it. You can overlap splitters and mergers on top of each other by holding control, and then you could just literally swap them out if you make that mistake. So if it happens again, I should be a little bit more prepared. Alright. Now, we'll go ahead and just do a storage here. Just double checking on some stuff. Okay. I gotta like double make sure at least everything's moving along in these conveyor belts when I try this out. This is still relatively new for me in terms of like making a conveyor line and then slapping the splitters and mergers afterwards. So I don't have to like individually connect absolutely everything. So we currently have 120 copper ingot usage or output for my smelters. I need wires, which use 15 per. I don't really want to do... actually, fuck, I don't... Do I have any other... Oh, yeah, sheets. I need copper sheets. Okay. That's what I can take into account. So sheets are 20 per minute to make 10 per minute. And wires 15. So we'll do... I think we'll do it. We'll split it in half. So I'll do 60 copper ingot worth of wire, which would just be 4 of these, and then so 4 and 3. Let me just quickly 4 wires. 3 copper sheets. work on pure copper vein Mark 1. Okay.